YouTube, it's Erin, and I am the Handbag Housewife, and I'm back again with another video. Today's video is going to be an unboxing. Yay! This is all Amy Michelle Luxury's fault. I totally blame her. I take no responsibility whatsoever. And you guys can blame me if you do things like this because of me. I will accept full responsibility. You can tell your husbands that they can blame me, that it's not your fault, because you can't control yourself sometimes when the deals just fall in your lap. So I'm looking around and I am noticing that I don't have my handy dandy ceramic knife. So I'm going to use scissors to get into this package. Hopefully I don't cut into anything I don't want to cut into. But this package is my second and not my last. Oh, my wrist just cramped. Ah! I tweaked it. I can almost guarantee you that this will not be my last purchase from Rebag, not only because I have been extremely impressed with them with regards to the purchase of my pink Valentino medium rock stud bag, but I have also been impressed with the quotes they give, because I did submit an item for a quote and they gave me a pretty good price, like way better than I would have gotten with other platforms and resellers that I know. And the prices that they give are even better if you do a trade. So I've heard several people talk about trading items with Rebag, and I always thought, you know, that they were getting ripped off, but really I don't think they are. It is just so much easier to open boxes whenever you have your ceramic knife with you. I wish I knew where I put it. It probably fell on the ground somewhere while I was packaging up a bunch of boxes. But this is how Rebag packages their handbags. They wrap a layer of bubble wrap all the way around the bag. And then generally what you'll find is a Rebag dust bag inside some tissue paper. So we've got the tissue paper. Let's go ahead and unwrap. And I'm thinking they must have run out of Rebag dust bags because it just has the plastic bag around it. But that is enough for me, and I don't need a whole lot more dust bags anyway. And as you can see, we have a Saint Laurent, I think that's how you say it, Saint Laurent unboxing today. And I have thought about this bag on and off, but I've never jumped on it. I found deals on it in the medium size and I passed because I just thought that the bag would be too big for me. And so when I saw this one pop up, because Amy sent me the link for it, I decided that I would try to go for it. And because I'm not one of their diamond members, you get a higher status once you've spent a certain amount of money with Rebag. But because I'm not one of their diamond members, I don't get to see the preview, but she does. And so she sent me some of the things she thought I might like in the preview. And much to her dismay, I ended up getting this because she probably would have bought it if I hadn't. And so the way it works is the diamond members get, I think, 24-hour advance notice on the deals. Then it opens up to everyone, I believe, the next day. I'm not 100% sure on that. I'm a bronze member, which is the lowest level unless you're not enrolled at all. And so I might have gotten maybe one day in advance of the general public, but I am not sure. I'm just not that familiar with Rebag yet. But I was able to snag it with a 10% off additional coupon, and I had a $100 Rebag credit because they just sometimes will randomly give you an extra $100. And so I think that this was, I can't remember the exact price, but I think it was right at $1,430 after tax. And this is a bag that is $3,000, I think. It might be $2,900 or something, but with tax, I think it's at least $3,000. And it is the Baby Niki. And it's in a crinkled glazed calfskin. I'm not sure if that's their official term, but that's what it looks like and feels like to me. And those are more Tory Burch terms. So I'm probably totally botching that, but it feels like a crinkled glazed calfskin. I would say it almost has like a patent type finish, but it doesn't feel sticky like patent type finishes can feel. And you're not going to leave fingerprints on this. So that's why I think the crinkled glazed calfskin is a better description than a patent type finish. It has the rolled leather edges around every single edge. I don't see any glazing so far. And I know I talked to you guys about glazing and cracking and issues. There is glazing right here along the edge of the shoulder brake. But the only reason I do that is I seem to notice that glazing is one of the earlier things to wear out. And I've had a few pieces where I've had the glazing wear off the edges of particularly Louis Vuitton canvas. And I've had an item or two that have had cracks because of that. And so I'm just sensitive because I've had canvas crack when the glazing's not there. So when I see an issue with glazing, I guess I pick up on issues with glazing because I've had things get ruined because of the lack of glazing. And with leather bags, it's not so much of a concern because if the glazing fails on a leather bag, which there isn't any glazing here, but a lot of times on flat bags, that's where it is, then you can just get that glazing repaired either for a fee with Louis Vuitton or through a local cobbler. If, for example, with this bag, I can't send this to St. Laurent because I don't have a receipt for it. So I could have a local cobbler fix it if it had glazing that needed to be fixed. Or I could just fix it by myself. And I've done that with black glazing because honestly, you can't even tell when I fix black glazing. It just gets tricky if I'm trying to fix like a beige tone. I cannot match it, so I'd probably take it to a cobbler if I had this bag in the dark beige or another color like that. So let's go ahead and do a tour of the bag. It has black hardware, and unlike some of them, this front plate is in metal. It's not wrapped in leather. I think that they're all metal, but some of them are wrapped in leather and this one isn't. It has the black hardware on the chains, and then the grommets here are stamped St. Laurent, and I don't notice any chipping on the chain. I did take a break and look at it, and I've heard that people will get chips on these black chains, but it's primarily between the links and it's not very noticeable. I have seen people get chips on the black hardware itself on the front plate, and that concerns me a little bit. I don't know what I'll do if that happens. I'll just wait and cross that bridge when I get to it. Hopefully that doesn't happen though. If I could find one of those stickers to put over it, I would, but the company I usually work with doesn't make them for this particular bag. So going ahead with the tour, you can see from the outside there's a compartment here and a compartment here. On the back side, you have a generous back pocket as well as the chevron or V-shaped quilting, and this quilting isn't puffed at all. And then you've got the other side. A lot of times at Saint Laurent, they store these bags in the drawers, I've heard, and they're like completely flat. I'm glad that Rebag sent it with stuffing in it because I was happy when I opened it and she wasn't completely flattened. If you look on the inside, the flap is leather, and then the snap itself says Saint Laurent. And here's that generous front pocket. You can see it really does have a lot of space. And continuing on with what I noticed on the outside, it's all rolled leather, no glazing. So the only glazing I'm seeing is on the leather brakes, and really that's not a spot I've had problems with. So there's the stuffing that kept her shape. And we've got the Rebag tags. This item was listed in great condition, and Rebag's rating system is great, excellent, and pristine for the top three. And then below that is very good, good, and I think fair. And I generally look at great, excellent, and pristine, and then I go back and look at very good because you can find some real awesome deals in very good that are technically great, like they should have been marked great and they just kind of slipped through the cracks. Rebag tends to underrate their items instead of overrating their items, according to Amy, and so that's how she finds such good deals. So that's what I'm trying to. So inside the bag, you've got this nice pocket here, and I'm going to take some tape and also a little vacuum cleaner and vacuum out the inside just in case there's any skin cells or debris or anything in there that I can't see with my naked eye, but it looks super clean. It doesn't really have much of an odor. It smells slightly of leather, but that's about it. It has another stamp right here that says Saint Laurent Paris. And then it says it right there as well. And then generally the serial code's inside of like this pocket, but I don't want to pull it and stretch it out. I'm pretty sure it was in the picture on the listing. The back pocket is plenty big enough to hold a phone. And oh, look, I've got the paperwork. This is awesome. This provides you with the details on the bag you got. So there's the stats on this particular bag. It says YSL Sack Monogram Niki B for Niki Baby. And it says queer, which means leather. And then it says a few other things that I don't know how to pronounce and I don't know what they mean. And then it does say textile, which just means the inside is textile. And this bag was made in 2019. That may be why she has the metal plate, and then they may have switched to the leather plate just so that you could avoid chipping. Although I think it has its own set of problems because the leather can get scuffed. I probably would have preferred a leather one, but then again, I guess being metal, I might be able to use some patio paint or something if I do get a little chip on it, or even have, well, I was going to say even have Saint Laurent replace it, but I don't think they will since I don't have a receipt for this bag. They would not work on my dusty gray camera bag without the receipt from an authorized retailer, and so I don't think Rebag would qualify for that, but if anybody knows, please let me know. I won't get offended, I promise. I just don't know. I don't think Rebag would qualify. Other than the only reason I think Rebag might qualify is because then Saint Laurent knows it's an authentic item because they do their own authentication within Rebag. So sometimes the Niki bag has issues with the chain and it doesn't run smoothly. And this one runs very smoothly. I'm going to try it on real quick. I put on a kind of a black window pane sweater so that I could show you what it looked like kind of modeled up. Now, from what I understand from Amy, the bigger size, while it is much larger, doesn't feel much larger when you're wearing it, but it's amazing how much it fits and it's almost like a hobo. So if you like the style of this, you might look at the medium if you need more space. And I like where it hits me. This may be a vacation bag for me because it doesn't matter if it gets smashed a little bit. It's not going to affect anything. You can see this is how it folds flat, like I was saying. And I'm sure it'll hold all the items I would need on vacation. So I would say this unboxing from Rebag is a success. For being in great condition, I do not see a mark on this bag. I'm going to go ahead and cut off the tags. There we go. She's mine. Once you've cut off the tags, it's yours. No returns. And Rebag also has some final sale items that you can't return either. And my pink Roman stud bag was one of those. But it's okay because I love her despite the fact that she is a bit pokey. I can't feel that at all if I'm wearing a light sweater, so it may just be a bag that I use with a light sweater. This bag you could wear with anything. It's super smooth, very comfy, and I never thought I'd like it, but I really like this style. I really do. It's so lightweight. And I think I may do a comparison between this style and the Lulu, the original Lulu style, and maybe the Lulu puffer, but I really think that the original Lulu style might be a better comparison because it has the compartments. I don't know if there's a comparison among any of my Saint Laurent bags you'd like to see, but I have the toy Lulu, I have the small Lulu, I have the small Lulu puffer, I have the collage bag in the size medium, and now I have this Baby Niki. So if any of those, if you'd like to see them compared to something else that I have, please let me know. And it doesn't even have to be Saint Laurent. It can be another brand like Gucci for all I care. It can be anything. So if you like this video, please give me a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, what are you waiting for? Do it and ring the notification bell so that you are notified of future exciting content such as this. Also, go find me on Instagram. The name there's the same. It's the @ then the Handbag Housewife, all lowercase. You can DM me there or you can email me at thehandbaghousewife@gmail.com. If I don't hear from you, I will see you again real soon. Take care and have a fabulous day. Bye.